agriculture. Some of you might already know the European Innovation Partnerships for Agriculture, Productivity and Sustainability. This project programme was launched by the European Commission in 2012, and it was launched as a suite of innovation that went right across Europe. So what this model does, it brings together innovative actors. These can be farmers, they can be advisors, researchers, they can be businesses, NGOs, community groups. So all of these are brought together into operational groups, and it allows these to build the bridges between this research and practice. And the NRN really exists, I suppose, to improve the dissemination of the Rural Development Programme and to promote all of the elements of that programme and to facilitate the networking of groups who need to know about the Rural Development Programme. And my learning from the very beginning of EIP-AGRI in Ireland was the farmers were really central to these projects. The farmers were the people who really wanted to be at the centre of these projects. These were the people who had the ideas about how these projects would work. So I suppose in many respects, giving farmers this idea of this video blogs that we had done, giving them a forum in order to speak was something that we tried to do.
We are really at a very interesting point in the development of European innovation partnerships within Irish agriculture as we move from the Rural Development Programme to Ireland's strategic CAP strategic plan. Today's conference will take stock of the last 6 years of successful EIP projects, and we'll look forward to the next 5-year programming period. Ireland's approach to EIPs has been one of the most ambitious and successful in Europe, and other member states look to us as an example of how best to approach the EIP model. We have had a mix of large and small scale projects, all locally led, extending over diverse landscapes across the country. EIPs demonstrate a genuine bottom-up approach, with local communities getting involved and providing the solutions to environmental challenges in their own areas. While many of the projects my department has supported were aimed at the environment and biodiversity, other EIP projects have been targeted at farm safety, health and well-being of farmers, and succession challenges in farm families. And to those of you who are here, who are displaying your projects, this is your opportunity to showcase your hard work over the lifetime of the project. We're keen to learn from your work and to take those learnings into the next programming period.
We worked with farmers and asked them what they wanted to do on the farm. So a lot of it involved scrub clearing and building water tanks, which focuses why they need to be grazing on farms. And the results-based grazing payment then came from these concrete works. They could see then why they needed to do these works. But it wasn't until this year, and that's kind of when I, as a farmer myself, even and as a member of the project team, it was when we went out and had training days with the farmers, and when we were on the ground in the fields, and you go, now this is a field 5, this is the field 1, this is the field 3. And that was when you could see the penny dropping, and farmers going, oh, I get it now.
In talking to a group of farmers, you know, the conversation back was very limited. Talking to them one-to-one, you didn't got a very good grasp as to what they were mentally, how their mental attitude was. It all comes around to being alone, being on their own, not being able to converse with other people. A very important one that one of the guys came up with was a buddy system, and how a buddy system would work. And a very simple thing, you know, if you're taking on a dangerous job, it's simple walking into a field where there's a bull present, even to go in there and that he contacts someone before he undertakes that task.
If I incorporate certain species that are going to flower but aren't going to set a seed that's going to become a problem for me in the crops afterwards, you know, I can refine what I'm doing. It's really the collaboration. I'm lucky enough to sit in the steering group of the project as well, and you definitely feel that the information is travelling both ways, and that's very important. And I think, you know, really our livelihood is influenced in more and more by the lobbying of different interest groups, but farmers also need to be communicating with the people who are involved there, because, you know, the pollinator people know all about pollinators, but it's the interaction between the experts, you know, the academic experts and the farmers that can really give results that have maximum benefit for whatever species you're looking after with minimum impact on the farms. And that's kind of the sweet spot that we need to be hitting, and that's one of the reasons that I'm really happy to be involved in this project.
They're all 5-year plans, but I think it'd be a shame if we just after the 5 years stopped and let everything, I won't say go back to the way it was, but I'd continue on in some form, because the archaeology has been there for thousands of years and it ain't going anywhere. It ain't going anywhere soon either. The archaeology was seen as a negative, a huge negative, because it was there. I can't get planning, I can't get this, I can't plough, I can't level the ditches, the mounds, whatever. But now it has, and in fairness, the EIP has brought a lot of positivity back to the area. As Richie said, we've 30 odd farmers there and there's loads more looking to get into it.
I'm a blow-in, I'm a tree hugger. I don't have continental cattle, and here I am going to my neighbours and telling them let's do something for water quality and biodiversity. And I have to say, I was emotionally very touched by what came out from the community, what they came up with as measures. The pride in the work everybody did on their own farm. There is something now that we are going to the wrapping up of it all. The pride everybody has in what they have done. We've installed trinkers, we've built ponds, we've done silt traps. There was a beautiful silt trap conversation. There was 3 farmers who did silt traps, and they were like, how did yours work out? Oh, and what can we do? You know, so there's a lot of sharing has happened. And from what I hear from my local neighbors, they are really looking forward to keep going. And they have asked the question, what's going to happen next year? What else can we do? And it's been a very, very rewarding experience. And I think anybody who's involved in a farmer-led EIP would say the same. It is the way forward for all of us.
The one key message is, even though this is a blank page, the department perspective, and the Minister touched on this earlier, will not be top-down next time around, because top-down, as we know in EIPs, is not the way to go. The success comes from the bottom up. It comes from the farmers, the scientists, the ecologists all working locally. But I think it is very useful for anyone in the room who's thinking about a future EIP. Think about what the big national priorities are. Think about the government priorities of the day. Think about what the direction that the EU is moving in, the Fit for 55, the Green Deal, all those issues as well. So if you can, make the case around how you are aligned with that high level priority, I think you're off to a good start. But we're thinking ahead now as well, and I'm also thinking ahead to 5 years' time. Right, the next EIPs that come in 2023, what are they going to have delivered? And I think every EIP applicant, and there are lots in this room, I'm sure, for next time around, when you apply, we're going to be looking at these, I think, to think, well, where is that group going to be in 4 to 5 years' time? What are they going to have delivered? Is it going to be something that can possibly be scaled up? Is it something that's locally? Does it fit within the themes? I think all of those are very important.
What we're hoping to do is that when a customer would see that brand on a food product, they know where it comes from. And we've designed a certification around that brand. This is what we're coming up with. And it's an opportunity, if this brand gets out there, it's an opportunity for the public to support farmers who are supporting nature, really. That's what it's about. And this is the whole concept of farming with nature. It's trying to put a value on all the things that have no value and trying to get the public to support it and support farmers who have it. It's really a payment for ecosystem services. You're linking the product with the consumer and you're able to tell the story, because it's so important. This is farmers telling their story and being able to stand up and say, this is what I'm doing, these are the species that I have in my farm.